Good evening, fam. How y'all doing out there? And we're on we're on YouTube. It's like when you are doing so many platforms, it's kind of hard to keep up, right? I be on TikTok, I be on Instagram, not so much Facebook. But yeah, it's hard to keep up. But tonight we are doing tools for everyday life. I don't know where everybody is. Everybody, come on in. It is cold here. Oh my God, I got my space heater because I had to turn the heat down because it's so loud. I got my space heater right next to me. Ooh, it's cold there. We getting that cold snap. Oh snap, it's a cold snap. Hey everybody, who is on here? Telling me who is on here with me. Who is on here? Hey, welcome to the live chat. Okay, it's the live chat. We are doing tools for everyday life. We're getting ready. We're getting ready. We're getting ready. Let me see. Is everybody getting the notification? Getting to notification. Who's out there? Who's on first? Who's on second? I don't know why I got a glimmer on my tooth. It's like it be shining back at me, right? It's sparkly. Right, that one tooth in the middle. Who is in the room? Good evening, everybody. Hey, Cynthia. Hey, Jackie. Who is in the room? Who's in the room? We are starting from, we finished with the tens last week, right? We finished with the tens. Hey. So we're going to jump right in. Right? We finished with the tens. We didn't do the jacks, did we? Y'all got to keep up with that with me. Right? Hey, Monique. We are on the 11th. How is it going out there in this 8 of Hearts year? Give me some feedback. How y'all feeling in this 8 of Hearts year? Hey, Maria. Huh? The 7 of Spades, a card of the ancestors. How y'all feeling out here in this 8 of Hearts? I'm telling you, I have been... I gotta talk to myself. I gotta keep myself, it's like... It's been busy. It has been. It's Saturn, and I'm ruled by Saturn. So I've been having all of this Saturn energy, the 8 of Hearts. We did 8s already, and 8s are ruled by Saturn. So how y'all feeling? Are y'all, it's your Uranus card? Ooh, wee. So, yeah. Oh, Tony said I don't see you. I'm here. I'm live on YouTube. I'm here. She said, I don't see you. They're not showing me. Yes. 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 Tony said she don't see me. Am I in the wrong room? I don't think so. I think I'm in the right room. She can't find me. The hiccups that we have in the world, right? Hey. Yeah, so we're going to get into Tools for Everyday Life is the book that I wrote, and it is for everyday life, right? Tools. Yeah, I love that picture. I mean, I created that on AI. and I fell in love with it. So we're going to look at the jacks. And that's so interesting because today is a jack of diamonds, right? And jacks are so interesting. I think, oh, hey, Tony. Jacks are so interesting. You know, they are that card that I think gets a lot of grief and is definitely misunderstood, you know, the jacks and the descriptions, because when we look at the descriptions of most of the things that, yeah, they are, you know, from ancient times, and jacks definitely would not have been beloved back then in the days, right? When we think about how jacks show up. So jacks is a master number 11, right? So the power of the number 11 carries unique significance and symbolism. It is considered a master number in numerology, representing heightened spiritual insight, intuition, and illumination, right? So when we're looking at the power of the number 11, we want to focus on spiritual awakening. The number 11 is associated with the spiritual awakening and enlightenment. It signifies the potential for deep spiritual growth, heightened intuition, and profound connections with the divine. That's isn't that delicious? Embrace the power of the 11 by exploring your spiritual path, practicing mindfulness and meditation, and cultivating a deep understanding of yourself and the world around you, right? Those 11, that 11 is those two ones. You know, that's a lot of power when we have, you know, that foundation that holds up stuff, right? Intuition and guidance. The power of the 11 represents heightened intuition and the ability to access inner wisdom. It signifies the importance of trusting one's instincts and listening to the subtle whisperers of the soul. Tap into the power of the 11 by honoring your intuition, your intuitive abilities, following your inner guidance, and making decisions aligned with with your truest selves, right? Visionary thinking. The number 11 embodies visionary thinking and broad perspective. It signifies the ability to see beyond the surface level and envision possibilities that others may not readily perceive. Think creatively, embracing innovative ideas and exploring unconventional solutions to challenges. Inspiration and creative expression. The power of the 11 encourages creative expression and inspiration. It signifies the ability to tap into the wellspring of creative energy and channel it into various forms of expression. Nurture your creativity, engage in artistic pursuits, and allow inspiration to flow freely to work on your personal lives, right? Transformation and growth. The number 11 represents transformation and growth. It signifies the potential for profound change, self discovery, and expansion of consciousness. Embrace personal growth opportunities, stepping outside your comfort zone, and embracing transformative experience that align with your authentic selves. Balance between spirituality and practicality. The power of the 11 emphasizes the importance of finding a balance between spirituality and practicality. It signifies the integration of spiritual insights into everyday life and the application of higher wisdom in practical situations. Integrate your spiritual practices and principles into your work, your relationships, and decision making process. Inspirational leadership. The number 11 embodies inspirational leadership. It signifies the potential to inspire and guide others through wisdom, intuition, and visionary thinking. Cultivate your leadership abilities, leading with integrity, and inspire positive change in organizations, communities, or fields of influence. Synchronicity and divine alignment. The power of 11 is often associated with synchronicity and divine alignment. It signifies a deep awareness of interconnectivity of events in the presence of divine guidance in one's life. Be open to synchronicities, trust in the unfolding of your journeys, and recognizing the signs and the messages, right? When we think about the Jack of Diamonds, right? We may not necessarily, with all that I read, it may not necessarily come across that way. I'm gonna read you something. That's what I do. I write. And I have a book on the Jacks that I'm working on because there are so many things that I love. So why not write a book, right? So when we look at the Jacks, which is the number 11, they are, connected to the royal family, right? When we think about the king and the queen, their work that they do and the things that they do comes, for protecting their villages or whatever it is in that time. And the Jack of Diamonds was over that. That's like the intercession between that. So the Jack of Diamonds, the seeker of riches. Not all wealth was hoarded in the palace. The Jack of Diamonds would discover hidden talents amongst the citizens and the artisans, craftsmen, jewelers, and would help promote their work. In exchange, he collected a modest tribute which was used to beautify and develop the kingdom, ensuring prosperity to all, right? That kind of sounds like the United States, right? United States, us as citizens, it develops us and helps us to it develops us and it helps us to um do the things that we do. It's like your talents, your gifts, the work, everything that we do in the United States comes through the development of the country that we live in, and we're underneath that Jack of Diamonds, and then they collect our taxes. They send them to China, and well, they send money to China because China owns everything, right? But they collect our taxes and they send them to the Ukraine and to Israel and everywhere. So the Jack of Diamonds is gathering, it's making sure that we're doing the things, setting up, the industries that we work in and all of the things. So when we look at the Jack of Diamonds and the strengths that it has, it's like a heightened intuition, right? Jack of Diamonds is very intuitive into the things that need to be done to run this country, right? So the number 11 represents heightened intuition and a deep connection to inner wisdom. It signifies the ability to tap into intuitive insights, make decisions guided by your inner guidance. Trust your instincts, listen to your inner voice, and make choices aligned with your intuition. Right? Jacks have to be very in tune because the work that they're doing to bring back the whatever it is that they collect back to the castle and stuff like that, of course they get a chance to keep some of it for themselves. So the better they are at developing what you do, the more they can get off of the top, right? So yeah, it's very important for them to do the things that they doing and be able to have that excess, right? Jack's looking at, oh, we got excess. I can take, 80% back to the castle and I can keep 20%. I really do think that people understand that. You understand that the Jacks is doing things for what they used to call back in the day for tributes, right? So you understand that the Jacks are trying to make sure that they get a piece of the pie, right? Ain't nothing wrong with that. I'm just saying. There's nothing wrong with that. Spiritual awareness. The power of 11 is deeply connected to spiritual awareness and awakening. It signifies the potential for profound spiritual growth and a deeper understanding of the divine. So you're exploring your spiritual path, engaging in spiritual practices, and nurturing your connection and something greater than themselves, right? Visionary thinking. The number 11 embodies visionary thinking and the ability to see beyond the ordinary. It signifies the potential to envision possibilities that others may not readily perceive. By thinking creatively, embracing innovative ideas, and exploring unconventional solutions. Right, the Jack of Diamonds has to do that. They have to be able to see the, like what we're looking at with AI right now, and looking at how to develop that to be used inside of the country. That's a Jack, being that visionary to understanding how we're going to use that tool. Personal growth and transformation. The number 11 represents personal growth and transformation. It signifies the potential for profound change, self discovery, and expansion of consciousness. Embrace personal growth opportunities, stepping outside your comfort zone and embracing transformative experience that align with your authentic selves. Inspirational leadership. The power of 11 embodies inspirational leadership. It signifies the potential to inspire and guide others through wisdom, intuition, and visionary thinking. Openness to synchronicity. The number 11 is often associated with synchronicity and divine alignment. It signifies a deeper awareness of interconnectedness of events and the presence of divine guidance in one's life. How many Jack of Diamonds do we got in here? We got any Jack of Diamonds in here? Hmm? Any Jack of Diamonds on set? Who has a Jack of Diamonds in their hand? Right? Who has the Jack of Diamonds? I'm the reward to the Jack of Diamonds. And that is something that I often, I think about. It's like if you have it in your hand, or else it has you in its hand, right? So where is a Jack of Diamonds in your hand, right? Who has a Jack of Diamonds? Tell me. Mm, Drop something. Huh? Anybody got Jack of Diamonds? I need to know of Jack. Who has a Jack of Diamonds? Nobody is a Jack of Diamonds? Nobody is holding it in their hand this year? Hmm. Hmm. So, in the United States spread, mm, 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 on plate 5067, on plate 67, okay, let's see. What's the Jack of Diamonds doing? We know the Jack of Diamonds is displacing the Two of Spades, right? And it's in Neptune. So, how creative? You would think about Neptune, and you definitely think about creativity. You think about mysticism and all of those things with the Jack of Diamonds this year. So, how many creative pursuits would you have it on 56, Monique? You got the Jack of Diamonds. Let's see. Let's see what you need to do with that Jack of Diamonds. So, ooh, shoot, it's in the sun, it's in your house. Dang, that's sweet. Sweet. It's like, it's like when you think about the reverse of it, right? Because the Jack of Diamonds is the reward is the Eight of Diamonds, and it's sitting in his house. So that's like, it's like, say, to be sitting in the house of the reward. It's like you are like you're building something, and you get that close to it, and that would be like the culmination of it all. So with the Jack of Diamonds displacing the Eight of Diamonds, That's really looking at definitely having more creative endeavors, maybe wanting to get out more, wanting to have more conversations, about the projects and stuff that you want to work on. Definitely mastery, because you can't get past that Queen of Spades. And the Queen of Spades has a Jack of Diamonds, Uranus. So this is some futuristic stuff here. Just think about the flashes of insight, because the Jack of Diamonds is Uranian, and then the eight is Saturnian. So think about the flashes of this is real long term energy, and that long term working with those two cards together. And that makes sense. It's Uranus Saturn. But look at what's sitting in the Jack of Diamonds house, that nine of diamonds. So it's definitely a lot of fulfillment of things that are going to be coming with the interplay of that Jack of Diamonds sitting up there in the sun. It's like, wow. And then the Jack of Diamonds got the King of Spades and Mercury. It's in your house, and it's your Mercury card. Can you imagine the kind of power? That's some power. That's power. That's power. That's where you should be able to sell anything. When you got Jack of Diamonds sitting in your house and the King of Spades Mercury, you should be going hard, right? You could sell anything, right? We're not doing readings. Five of Clubs, July 23rd. We don't do readings in here. Sorry, gatekeeper. We're talking about specific things, but we're not doing readings. Right now, we're talking about the Jack of Diamonds. Donna, you have it as your so y'all can stop putting in there your birthdays, because we are not. I am not doing readings. This is not that kind. This is a study group. We are studying in here. So don't type your name and your stuff in there, because this is not. We're not doing readings. We're studying, and we're studying from my book, which is called Tools for Everyday Life, and we're studying the jacks right now. So we're talking about the Jack of Diamonds and the positions that it holds. So yours is your moon. So Jack of Diamonds is your moon card. Yeah, that could be interesting, having a moody Jack of Diamonds. If Jack of Diamonds is your moon card, you a King of Clubs? Or is it your moon card this year? So yeah, that could be real interesting to have the no, Jack of Diamonds is not the that's the Four of Hearts as a Jack of Diamonds as its moon, right? I don't know, I'm looking at that, trying to get that together. So, yeah, she said all of the above. So, the Jack of Diamonds as your cosmic reward. Ooh, wee. Now, see, your cosmic lesson, right? Or your, it's your cosmic lesson, or it's your reward card. You got two different things there. So, it's your cosmic lesson or your reward card, because your cosmic lesson is different than your reward card. Which one are you talking about? The reward. So it's your reward. So that means that the Jack of Diamonds is your reward. What's your Pluto? Because to unlock that Jack of Diamonds, you got to go through Pluto. So Jack of Diamonds, definitely creative endeavors as the Jack of Diamonds as your reward. Always being able to, your Three of Clubs. So yeah. Yeah, you're a Three of Clubs, the Jack of Diamonds. This year is your reward club in your birthday spread. Oh, Carmen, it's your reward. You're a King of Clubs. It's your reward in your yearly spread, because it's your Mercury if you're a King of Clubs, Jack of Diamonds. So it's your King of Clubs is your Pluto. Oh, okay, I got you. Ooh wee. So Um, yeah, I would say that's an interesting hand. Having the King of Clubs in Pluto having, King of Clubs is already Uranus. So think about having this great big, you got this great big thing you want to express, right? It's like, I want to express this. And it's in Pluto. So you got to bring people on a board. You got to bring people aboard. And the King of Clubs is Uranus. So you about developing stuff, right? And then the Jack of Diamonds is going to take it out to the world. So yeah, you about how do you develop things with that King of Clubs is your Pluto card. Because that's Uranus. So you get like big ideas. It's like, oh my gosh, this idea is overwhelming me, right? And Pluto is like, yeah, let's look at it, right? Let's really go deep into how how beneficial it is, because you got two slow moving planets there. So the things that you are developing are like, it's like you could be, you know I don't know the magnitude of the things that in your head. I'm just saying. So you developing things and you like, okay, this is it, right? And then you getting the flashes and you getting, then Pluto was like, well, look at it this way, and we got to bring this person aboard. You can't do it by yourself. You got to have a team, right? You got to have a team with the King of Clubs and Pluto, right? It's like it's so much that you got to get out. It's like, oh, I got to talk about this. Come on, we got to do a meeting, right? You probably people be like, turn on meetings. Oh yeah, we got to talk about this, right? We got to look at this. We got to look at that, because you got to cover all the bases, because you're going to be getting those flashes of insight, like the as you developing it, right? You're going to have an inclination that this is going to be good, right? It's like I'm developing it, but I see the future. It's like say it's like you develop an electric car. It's like, wow, I see the future of electric cars, and I see how beneficial this one is going to be. So you got to get a team together. You got to get people together, and you got to have these conversations that are going to take you down into, how do we get the money for it, and how, yeah, that's a powerful placement. That's really powerful with that King of Clubs and Pluto. So yeah, you expect some big things to happen with the King of Clubs going direct, right? He said, how do you get the money? Right? How do you get the money? That's the Jack of Diamonds job. So once you have worked with your Pluto card, this is Jack of Diamonds job now to go out there and get the help you to get that money. Right? After you've worked with that Pluto, it's a Jack of Diamonds to help you to get that money. That's the one that's going to be pitching it. That's the one that's going to be talking to people. That's when you got to become well versed in the Jack of Diamonds role, right? The creative part. It's like it's electric car, but what about electric cars that you can look at it and make it more creative? It's like that Jack of Diamonds. It's like, because everybody has an electric car. So yeah, it's an electric car, but what about my electric car? That's a Jack of Diamonds. It's like, what about, this is my electric car. Like, it's not like everybody's electric car, right? So yeah, you got to really go hard with it, right? Your transformation card. Jack of Diamonds is your transformation card. Hoo-wee. Huh. So your life is about making things more, how would I say? When you're looking at the things that you're doing, and your Jack of Diamonds is your transformation card, it's kind of on the line of that King of Clubs, because the King of Clubs is the moon card. But how do you bring people along if it's your transformation card, right? How do you get people to see the vision, right? How do you get people to see your vision if it's your transformation card? It's like the projects and things that you work on are always being developed with the understanding that they're going to be beneficial in the future. It's like you're working on something and you know that it is going to be it's going to be something. Say there's somebody that out there that's developing an engine. You working on something that's going to improve the engine, right? It's like, oh wow, you working on that? I have this idea. So you're going to be collaborating with people, right? It's like, I have this idea, but I have something that I can help you with. That would be the Jack of Diamonds. So your life is about how can you collaborate with people to help them to get that thing out. Does that make sense? The Jack of Diamonds is always developing. It's like you make earrings. So the Jack of Diamonds is going to show you the benefit of making earrings, the style of earrings, all of those kind of things for the people you selling them for. So Jack of Diamonds is the one that's going to help you cultivate the idea. So you want to be someone that if you're talking to someone, you want to see the vision. You want to see their vision and help them develop it. Does that make sense? If it's your transformation card, because this is happening over time. Your transformation card is happening over time. So you want to see people's vision, right? That's your money. Your money is seeing their vision and helping them to achieve it, right? That's your vision, right? Always going, always adding to someone's, yeah, because that's that, so you would be the person up front that got good paperwork. It's like, okay, we're going to sign this contract. Jack of Diamonds going to sign that contract. They're going to get paid. They're not going to give away the secrets. They're not going to do that. So you got to, develop what you're doing and then say, okay, this is what I got to help you along with what you have, but we're going to sign a contract, right? And you could have 50 contracts because you're going to have those flashes. It's like you're going to have that flash to help that person, but you're not staying around. You're not staying around. That's not what you do. You're gonna have them flashes of, yeah, this is what will this you're making this electric car, but you know what I have? I have da 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 da. And they're gonna be like, wow, nobody else does that. They're gonna be, yes, exactly. This is something that I've been working on. And that's when you're gonna say, let's sign the paperwork. It's like, yeah, I got you, but I'm gonna sign the paperwork, right? And yours is Jupiter. So Jack of Diamonds in Jupiter is probably one of the most interesting places because the natural position of having the Jack of Diamonds in Jupiter is the Nine of Diamonds, right? So thinking about the desire, because the Nine of Diamonds, of course, that's the desire. What is that desire that Nine of Diamonds has? The Jack of Diamonds in Jupiter, you going out into, for me, it would be tying things together because you're in Jupiter. And remember, Jupiter is that societal planet where we're working at. But you don't want to be all over the place. Like you could have several things going as a Jack of Diamonds, several separate and projects that are developing, but you want to be mindful of that because Jupiter can give you too much. So as a Jack of Diamonds, you could be burnt out in Jupiter. Because Jupiter is like, oh, you got this store. Jack of Diamonds is flashes of insight. That's where Uranus is. So you having these flashes, and before you could even get to it, you got another flash. So you are somebody that definitely needs a team. You need a team that once you get it, it's like you are handing it off to your team. It's like, this is what we're working on. Because Jack of Diamonds ain't going to hold on to it, right? I think it's always critical understanding the dynamics of what the Jack of Diamonds does, the creativity, the creative process that it takes to be able to make those connections because you're making connections. It's like, yeah, if you're selling your jewelry, then you're going to be making money. Jack of Diamonds is going to be getting paid. So they're going to pour into what you're doing with the understanding that they're going to get paid from it. That's the bottom line. So where the position is of that Jack of Diamonds is going to tell you that. And it being Jupiter, this is having, different intentions because that's that planet of tying everything together. So if it being your Jupiter, you don't want to get burnt out. because Jupiter is gonna make it like you working on electric car and it's in Jupiter, it's gonna be the electric car that keeps going, right? You're gonna be like, well, so and so down the road makes these tires, and I saw these tires that are really going this car. Oh, and this person over here has that. So that's in Jupiter. It's like all of the different parts that you're going to be developing to bring to put on that car, right? You don't want to be working on a car and then you decide, yeah, I want to do an ice cream shop. No, no, that's not gonna make too much sense, right? So as that Jack of Diamonds in Jupiter, you want to see the cohesiveness of things so it doesn't get away from you because you're working on in Jupiter, we're working with different venues and we're working with different providers and all of the people that are going to help this thing because that's what society is. So you want to make sure that you're able to see the vision and pass it on and hand it over to the different people and make sure that you got a good team because they're developing it because you got to get paid. That's the bottom line. For the Jack of Diamonds, you got to get paid. But Jupiter, that could be very overwhelming, right? So you want to be very, pointed if you're working on something in Jupiter, right? That resonated, and I got the Nine of Diamonds. Oh, yeah, if you got Nine of Diamonds, you have, and that's all that Uranian energy, right? It's like you have times where and nines are ruled by Mars, you have times where you're right on to it, but then there's times where it's not. And Nine of Diamonds, you got to be very strategic with the stuff that you're doing because Mars is about the passion of it. So the Nine of Diamonds got to really be doing something they believe in. And they got to have a team. You got to have a team. That Jack of Diamonds in Jupiter, you got to have a team of people that see the vision, right? It's like you get it. It's like you want to know that we are on the same page. Yeah, that all of this stuff that the Nine of Diamonds is like, just looking at Cat Williams now and seeing how he's getting, these just coming at him, coming at him, coming at him, coming at him, right? But he always talks about having people around him, right? He's always bringing people with him. That's a Jack of Diamonds in Jupiter, right? Because if these people are successful, he's successful. Because they're not coming with him if they're not putting something back into the pot. So he understands that he has to cultivate this talent, right? He's cultivating this talent. And that's the part of the Nine of Diamonds that's altruistic, that humanitarian side, that giving back side. So being in Jupiter with it, and because he talks about a lot of people that he helps and stuff like that. So that's very strategic when you know that you have this card that has all of the, he got a lot of talents. He wears a lot of hats, got a lot of creativity and stuff like that, but it could be overwhelming. So that you got the project that you're working on, somebody say your project is 10 and you got 8 people and you're only doing 2. Right? So your project is like you're the person that's behind the scenes doing what you're doing as a Nine of Diamonds, but you got 8 people that are working on stuff all the time in with the Jack of Diamonds. They're always working on stuff, like whatever it is that y'all are doing together. Those 8 people are the ones that are holding it up, not you. Not as the Jack of Diamonds. Now as the Nine of Diamonds, yeah. That gotta have passion. What passion do you have? Because if you ain't got passion, the Nine of Diamonds, that's why they quit jobs, right? That's why they want to work for themselves and they want to do things for themselves, but that's not easy because you gotta have a team as a Nine of Diamonds. You gotta have a team. You got Jack of Diamonds in Jupiter. You gotta have a team of people to be able to hand off stuff to, right? That was good. I mean, that was good. What else y'all got? Y'all finish? Gracias. Yeah, how you make that money? Jack of Diamonds, you gotta be strategic with it. That's a very calculated card. They gotta be calculating, right? They got to be calculating. Jack of Diamonds has to calculate these things, right? If you are if you are someone, like I always say this, a baker. Jack of Diamonds got to understand that you're a baker, but you're making the products, right? You're making the cakes, the cookies, but we got to get the stuff to bake it with. So a Jack of Diamonds is got to be strategic and understanding. You need flour, you need eggs, you need all of these things. This is how society is set up, that all of these pieces come together. Then you sell a cake. Then you're able to, pay your rent, pay the people who work for you and stuff like that, right? Very strategic with how the Jack of Diamonds is going to run things, and depending on where it is, oh yeah. And then we think about the Jack of Diamonds hand, because the Jack of Diamonds hand is going to be what is playing to achieve those things. And Jack of Diamonds is Pluto. It's the 10 of clubs, right? So Pluto 10 of clubs, think about that. That's the master teacher, but that's the initiate, because that Jack of Spades is a challenging karma card. So that Pluto for the Jack of Diamonds is very strategic, right? That's a personal place because it's trans Pluto, but it's Pluto card. So Jack of Diamonds is always developing what? In the eighth house. And what's the Jack of Diamonds good for? Getting other people's money. Right? So whatever the Jack of Diamonds is doing is with the intent of getting other people's money. Right? Eighth house. Jack of Diamonds is looking for the inheritance. So I'm going to help you. That's the initiation. I'm going to help you, but I'm going to get paid. I'm getting something out of it. Their Pluto card. Right? And then their reward is the Eight of Diamonds. Right? So their reward is, I've done the work. I've done the work. The success, that's Saturn. Saturn crystallizes the 10 of clubs, which is the Pluto card. So you can't get the reward until you get past that 10 of clubs. And that's other people's money. You got a 10 of clubs as your transformation card. Yeah, 10 of clubs, yeah. That's non-diamonds transformation card. Do you see the connectivity? So the connectivity is your Pluto, and then it's your transformation card. So the fulfillment of it. Isn't that deep? The fulfillment of that 10 of clubs is over time, but that's that personal and 9 of diamonds, they slippery when wet. Yeah, 9 of diamonds, 10 of clubs, transformation card, they slippery when wet. They are trying that. You look at Cat Williams. He has done all of this to get people in seats, just buy his tickets. That's it. You got Jack of Diamonds and Jupiter. 9 of diamonds is, that's it. I gotta figure out how to get this money. Right? So that 10 of clubs, that is learning how to use that, the abilities that the 9 has to how would I say, give back. Because the 10 of clubs, that's trans Pluto. That's other people's money. So you know that your product, the 9 of diamonds, has to have an understanding that their products are gonna sell. Right? They have to have an understanding that their products are gonna sell. 10 of clubs in Pluto, right? They have. It's like you have somebody that's working with you, right? Say you are what could you be? You're a designer. As a nine of diamonds, you're a designer, and you have somebody who's working with you. You gotta bring them along step by step, right? You are the master teacher. You are bringing them along and helping them to develop their skills and stuff. So once they are finishing the things that they are doing and all that kind of stuff, the payments, you understanding? Nine diamonds is understanding we are getting paid. Right? You felt the fullness of the ten of clubs, right? Yeah, because that challenging karma cause the jack of spades. What are we getting out of it? That's the ultimate jack. What are we getting out of it? Now I'm gonna help you, excuse me, through this initiation process. But on the other side of this process, you owe me, right? The initiation is the ultimate goal. But the jack of spades is like, you owe me. This initiation process, yeah, I gotta get mine. Whatever is the agreement that you made, right? I gotta get mine. That's Jack's. That's the ultimate. That's the ultimate desire is to make those connections because those Jacks are beholden to take that stuff back to the king and the queen, right? That was good. That was some good stuff. So we have done gracefully for that Jack of Diamonds, right, today. Jacks, the using, developing what mastery looks like. What does mastery look like as a Jack of Diamonds? What does it look like? What does you think about what mastery looks like? It's twofold, right? It's twofold with those 2 1 standing there. Those two. This is like it's twofold. This for you, this for me, right? I'm working in tandem. The strength of that is like I'm working in tandem for success. Those 11s, right? I'm working for success. The success of the thing. It's like the Jack of Diamonds doesn't get paid if it's not successful, right? Unless they got you to give them something up front. They could sign a contract up front. You can do a contract up front to say, I've done my part, right? That would be a Jack of Diamonds. It's like whether or not you are successful or not, I've done my part. That would be a Jack of Diamonds. That would be any Jack, right? I've done my part. As long as I have you, we made the agreement that you want to build this electric car. Well, here's my part. Give me my check, right? Or else it's in a contract, long-term contracted. As you get paid, I get paid. Either way, there's going to be exchange, and probably with the Jack of Diamonds, it'll be up front, right? It'll be up front, the potential of it all, right? That was good. That was good, fam. Y'all have any, you dig that? In tandem, right? That word. Look at that word, in tandem, right? In tandem. It's like this is in tandem. I'm a Jack of Diamonds. And who am I working in tandem with? Me. This is me. This is me. So everything else, right? In tandem. I'm working in tandem with myself. That's the number 11, right? It's me. This is the power of one and one and all of the stuff in between. The power of one and one, standing erect, right? But working in tandem with each other, right? Give me my money. I know that's right. But hey, the thing about Jack of Diamonds, they could be out Jack now. That's one thing for sure is you got to hone your skills. Because there's always, because you're a Jack of Diamonds, a Jack of Spades, they going to be one up on you, right? So you got to understand that. And a Jack of Spades is what to the Jack of Diamonds? Pluto. Right? It's the challenging karma card to the 10 of clubs. So they got a Pluto relationship. That's sharing, right? That's an inheritance. This important when we dealing with Pluto. Pluto is like, yeah, I'm taking you for a ride. And the ride is because I want to get my hands in your pocket. Scorpios. Scorpios always trying to release you from something, right? So, yep. So, thank you guys. This was good. If you don't have the book, you can get the book on Amazon. Um, and, and on my website, 11 University, I have a class coming up. You met a jack of spades in Georgia this past year, man, and it was so much trouble. Seemed so comic. Yeah, if you met a jack of spades, yeah, you made a jack of spades. Y'all made that agreement. Yeah, but I have a class, a newbie class coming up in February. It's on my website, 11 University. And I have a payment schedule for those who need it. It's a $50 non-refundable registration fee. Yeah, so if you want, we're going to be talking about all three. We're going to be going into all three of the sciences and breaking them down and having the language. It's about the language. It's, people ask me all of the time about how, speaking and, doing all of the things. So we're going to be looking at the elements. We're going to be looking at the planets, and we're going to be looking at the numbers, and we're going to tie them all together. You made your payment. Oh, yay. So we're going to tie them together. Like, we want to have a conversation. If we're talking about the Jack of Diamonds, the first thing we're going to talk about is a diamond. And we know diamonds are those needful things, but it's over time. So we're going to look at how can we use the element of the diamonds, right? We understand what the element is, but how do we use it? Then we're going to look at the numerology, which is the 11, because it's ruled by the 11. And then we're going to look at the planets because it's ruled by Uranus and Neptune. So having a conversation, you want to be able, when you're having a reading, you got your book, oh, yay. When you're having a reading, somebody can be doing a reading for you, but you want to have an understanding of what they're talking about. I find oftentimes when I'm talking to people, they don't really have the in-depth understanding. You need to have the understanding of the elements, the planets, and the numbers, and that gives you so much more understanding of yourself, right? So that's what we're doing in that class. It's 4 weeks. It's going to be a 2-hour session on Zoom, and then it's going to be a study group every week. So it's going to be 4 intense weeks. You're only going to have to do this once. This is a one and done. Getting the nuts and the bolts of it. This is going to be how you are going to put everything. Like, this is the foundation. The understanding, because we do that in 11 University, but we do it in tandem with the Grand Solar Square. So now we're going to be doing that just so you could have an understanding, and then we'll look at the Grand Solar Squares. Oh yeah, right. Yeah, that Queen of Clubs. Yeah, that's a power. That's a power. That hidden energy for sure, right? That, see, y'all know so much. Y'all gonna take cardiology to the next level. I cannot wait. I can't wait to just sit back and just be able to know that it's in good hands. That's for me. And that you're able to pass it on to your children. We were talking on Clubhouse yesterday, right? And we were talking about the 16-year-old and the mother. And that plate was like, we see why at 16 it gets real interesting for the mother and the daughter, and why at 16 so many of us wanted to leave home, right? So we broke that down with that Queen of Hearts, because that would be the mother. I mean, look at that plate. Look at plate 16. Oh my God, it's so delicious. Let me see. Here's my book right here. Of course, I have a book. This is the workbook. This is what I teach from. So plate 16 is So when we look at place 16, this is the significance that we saw that the Queen of Hearts is displacing the King of Clubs, the challenging karma card. So what the mother is going through while you're 16, right? So you're 16, your mother is on your plate, and the King of Clubs is a challenging karma card. I'm just saying. That gave me such a broad look at my mother when I was 16. She was being challenged by Uranus, right? She was seeing what was going to be happening in your future, which was probably sex, right? So she was seeing you as her daughter and seeing flashes of insight. She could see everything. Oh man, that is so deep. I mean, these cards don't play. The challenging karma card to the Queen of Hearts was the King of Clubs at 16. She knew it. And then sitting in Trans Pluto, Mars. That's a man. I'm just telling you. It was so crazy. And what's sitting in the Queen of Hearts house? The Five of Diamonds. It's like your mother knows that she's losing her baby, that it's over, it's changing. And that's why they try to keep you so close, right? It's like my mother was trying to keep me so close at 16. She was smothering me. And then in the sun is the Five of Hearts. You want to break free. You want to break free at 16. So that's what we discover, and that's what we do with the Grand Solar Squares. That was good, boy. That one gave me so much texture and to understand why 16 can be so traumatic for a mother and a daughter. That Queen of Hearts, right? It's being challenged by the King of Clubs, right? It's like they have to teach you, but they're teaching you and you don't want to learn. Who want to learn from their mother at 16? Trying to be out there in the streets. Right. So, yep. So go to my website, sign up for the class. I don't have a few slots. I don't do a lot. I want it to be intimate. So I don't do 30, 40. I don't do that. No. I want to be intimate. So sign up before it closes and get ready to have the conversation. We're going to be talking. It's on Zoom, and we're going to be talking. We have to have the conversations. This is fine, but this isn't the same as having the conversation. Having the conversation and hearing yourself and processing, right? So get ready, get ready, get ready. Thank you guys. I appreciate all of you. I appreciate the support. I don't take it for granted at all. I do what I do, and I do it because it's what I love to do. But to have people who genuinely support me and care about what we do, it's important. Because without you guys, it wouldn't be as fun, right? So I appreciate y'all, and I do not take it for granted. So thank you for, just putting up with the old lady, right? Putting up with me. So thank you, and have the great rest of the week. And I will be seeing y'all out here in these streets. Peace, fam.